Good afternoon. This is Mick Janusco. Just wanted to shoot a quick video today going over how I'd like you to use the Google Sheets app as far as for the training programs I put together. So first thing you need to do is just go to your app store and download the Google Sheets. I'm pretty sure you can get it on most Android and Apple devices, but basically it should look like the one in the top middle that says Sheets underneath it. And once you are able to download that, if you do have a Google or a Gmail account, you should be able to go into it and put in your personal information. Once you get signed in, if you would have clicked on the link that I shared initially, it should have your exercise program on there. I have just a general one here called exercise program, but if you click on that, usually the first sheet I'm going to have on there is more for me. So it's a macro breakdown. It's a long-term plan of what I want to go over with you or what I want to hit in the training month. So, if we have a two-month window that we have set, then I will only have those first couple blocks. If it's a longer session, then I can go out all the way up to a year or more depending on what your training goals are. And then after that, I will have additional tabs at the bottom, breaking it down into each one of the mini cycles or microcycles that I have set for us. So let's go to the first one here, and let's just say that we're looking for some muscular endurance to start here, and that's usually where I'm going to start, is just a way to build capacity. We will have some different exercises depending on days of the week we'll have down here as well. So this one here is a current 4-day-a-week schedule, and again, you can look at it up and down or side to side, but I'll turn it this way to get a little better view. So again, there's 4 days in the week and then 3 weeks in this first training block. So the way you would follow it is the very first day, you're going to fill in your activities up in those lines A4 through A13, and then day 2, day 3, day 4. When you finish the first week, then you go back up and start again the second week. Usually we're going to keep the same exercises for a couple weeks on the same days, just to try to build some endurance towards those, or build some capacity, add some weight in there. But the way I'd have you fill it out is, so I have what I would like you to have as your set and reps, and sometimes I'll have weights in there, and if there's different things in there, like on this one I have at 5 RIR, I would explain that to you in a little bit more detail before I send over this training program for you. But let's just say you're trying to do 3 sets of 10 with that back squat there. What you'll do is you'll just click in that first area with the weight, and then if you click where it says enter text or formula, it'll bring up some lettering and some wording there. And if you want to just do, let's say we did a back squat at 100 pounds. So you can put 100 in there, just hit the check mark over on the right side of the screen. 100 pounds goes in, and say you're able to complete the 3 sets of 10. Same thing, click on the enter text or formula, and then you can kind of go back to letters opposed to, hit the wrong button there. Let me see where to go from here. Right above the check mark there, sorry I missed it, there's a big A and a little a. So if you click on there, that'll take you to letters. If you click on the numbers, it'll take you back to the numbers. So I was just trying to get both of those in there for you. So say you were able to complete the 3 sets of 10, you can type 3, then click back to the letters, times, and then back to the numbers 10. And then enter. And then you can go through this, and say I have programmed 3 sets of 10, but you only get in there 2 sets of 10 and then 8. So let's go back to that same one. We'll click down there and I'll delete that. And let's just say you got 2 sets of 10, and then we can put in a comma and then 8. So that would show that on that last round, it was just a little too heavy. We weren't able to get to the third round of 10, and we just got to 8. Now you'll go through that for each one of the exercises we have written down there, and then you'll see these little boxes at the bottom, which are termed RPE. So if you see the RPE at the end of each one of the sections, it's basically asking you on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that workout? So 10 would be, you barely completed it. It was the hardest workout you've ever tried. You put a 10 in there. If you breezed through it and it was really simple, but you got your heart rate up a little bit, maybe it's a 2 or a 3. And it's going to be very individualized on what you're putting in there for the RPE. But by filling that in, that lets me know next time, if I programmed you 100 pounds and, you get through these exercises and you put an RPE of 3, then I know next time maybe I need to bump the weight up and make it a little harder for you. So that's the way I would like you to fill that in. And then, like I said, based on the RPE, I'll change them up for you. And based on the day of the week, you just kind of scroll down, input it, and then I can look back at this. So as soon as you fill this in, it'll pop up in my Google Sheets with your edits on there. So as long as you can fill that out, it'll give me a good idea of where we're at. And then next time we get on the phone or talk, or, say you finish an exercise and you need to text me or email me, just send over, any questions you had on the workout, and we can kind of make some changes going forward with that. Like I said, I just want to give a quick tutorial on how I like to use the Google Sheets. If you guys have any other questions, again, feel free to email me back or get a hold of me, and I can try to give you a little bit more detail on those. Thanks, and hopefully this was helpful.